You're welcome back to Life and Living with Samson Olatunji. Let's hit the ground running so that we may be able to tie up our discussion of the dangers of dating. If this is your first time here, you may get the beginning of the discussion in part 1. I have seen many cases of people that have dated for years without a commitment, usually from the guys. This does not mean that I have not seen a couple of cases in which the ladies who are the ones guilty of foot dragging anyway. In most cases, one major reason the ladies are not courageous enough to work out of a dating relationship that is not working is that their attempts at proving sexual compatibility has degenerated into being overused by the guys. They are therefore petrified by the thought of the loss they would have incurred if the relationships are to end so casually and abruptly. I'm aware that some experts, especially those who believe in the possibility of moral purity in dating relationships, try to teach guys and ladies to maintain emotional purity during the relationship. But how many people are able to achieve that? Another pathetic truth is the paradox about commitment in a dating relationship. Until the man formally and most times publicly and ceremoniously proposes to the lady, it is assumed that there is no commitment between them. Until the man asks, "Will you marry me?" or any of its variants, there seems to be no strings attached to make the relationship exclusive. So it is common to hear, as he popped the billionaire question, as he popped the golden question, and so on and so forth. What is the paradox in that? The paradox is that while there seems to be no commitment during dating, dating two people concurrently is frowned at, socially and morally unacceptable, and socially sanctioned. But wait a minute, is there actually no commitment then? Is there no string tying the two to each other, making them exclusively for each other as long as the dating relationship lasts? Is there anything wrong in that, someone may ask? This takes us back to the opening scenario, the hypothetical conversation. Dating is a sort of commitment to a relationship in which there is no commitment. That is the paradox. The man has not popped the question that would usher the relationship into the phase of sure commitment, but you are not permitted to enter another one. So your fate is kept hanging and dangling. You are unable to take notice of a much better person who comes your way while you are hooked up in the testing microphone waiting game. By the time the dating relationship crashes, the better fellow may no longer be available. He may no longer be interested. A golden opportunity would have been lost and a great deal of time wasted while you were flirting with somebody else in the name of dating. Even if dating lasts only 3 months, during which such an opportunity to be hooked to an adorable man is lost, the loser girl alone can feel the gravity of the loss, the magnitude of the time wasted. Another danger posed by the dating mentality that pervades our contemporary world is in how it positions people mentally for divorce later in life. An expert puts it this way, and I quote, "The whole scenario of getting deeply involved romantically, breaking up, and doing the same thing over and over again becomes a dress rehearsal for divorce. This is true because the experience of broken relationships becomes so commonplace that a broken marriage, even when the situation can be easily salvaged, is no longer strange. Now think of the negative chain effects of rampant cases of divorce. Also, the memory of every experience of broken dating relationship contributes to what is called the emotional baggage that is carried forward into marriage, no matter how skilled in emotion management one is. And you can do very well without such loads, without such emotional baggage. This is reflected in the famous statement, all men are the same, used with negative connotation by many a woman. This may be a result of a series of unpleasant relationships entered into casually and wittingly in the past. Permit me to talk to you ladies. First, if you agree to a dating relationship with a guy and the relationship lasts 6 months without a proposal and the guy moves on, whose time is wasted more? Agreed. You two will move on. However, you know whose time is wasted more. Secondly, peradventure, you didn't know how you got manipulated into agreeing to sleep with him while the relationship lasted. Who will have the confidence to gloat over the other? Who will be bragging? You will be bragging to your friends that you used him. I know there are some animals unfit to be called ladies that boast of using men for their pleasure. I guess you are not one of them. You are a lady indeed. Thirdly, let me also tell you an open secret. Most enlightened and morally upright men who give matters of marriage the deserved and necessary seriousness don't date. They patiently, seriously, and prayerfully observe potential married partners, speak to them to start a serious relationship, and get committed from the outset. They go into relationships with conviction, but not with the mindset of testing microphone. Hello 1, hello 2, hello 3. They don't want to neglect that advice given by Michael Jackson's mother in Billie Jean, saying don't go about breaking every lady's heart. So they are too good to just go into frivolous relationships like dating. Hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, testing microphone. You are a delectable lady, loaded with glory, not an instrument to be tested like a microphone. If you can recognize and flee from the dangers of a burning flame, how wise would you consider yourself to be if you run headlong into a relationship that is most likely to be a permanent hell on earth? Is there any alternative to dating so that these and other kinds of dangers can be avoided then? Yes. What if every single and searching young man or woman does these things I want to highlight now? 1. Make a serious commitment to rigorous all-round self-development that makes you desirable, someone that is easily noticed without calling attention to yourself. This means you develop in yourself anything and everything that is truly virtuous. Secondly, be on the lookout for and alert to any potential married partner who possesses attributes that are compatible with yours and can supply supplementary and complementary support to your fulfillment. Thirdly, as a man, you can watch the person without alerting her to the fact that she's being assessed. This way, you significantly eliminate cosmetic goodness and mere simulation of absent virtues. If after carefully and prayerfully scrutinizing the lady for a while, you realize that she is not suitable, you are not breaking anyone's heart by changing your mind because you never went to commit her into any relationship at all. If you knew how many men have met untimely deaths from ladies that felt disappointed when dates did not produce any commitment, you wouldn't argue authoritatively about something you have limited knowledge of. As a lady, be moderately sensitive to people around you, males and females alike. So much that if a man comes to ask for a relationship, you would not need any useless time wasting dates to be able to make up your mind. And take note, this attitude is very profitable, not only for marriage, but for your total well being. The world we are in is a dangerous jungle full of dangerous animals in pleasant human forms. This may seem to be an outright condemnation of the culture of dating. However, it is just calling the attention of our youths to the dangers they are most likely going to encounter as they agree to a dating arrangement. If you must date, shine your eye, as we do say in Nigerian pidgin. Thanks for giving me audience. I hope you will gladly meet me for another discussion soon. Thank you once again. I really love you all. Cheerio.